Hey guys, this is Christy. This is our first team call, which I'm super excited about. So I'm just going to jump right in since we have everybody. Screen share. Got it here. Okay, so let's go into here. I hope everyone sees this. I'm just about to start here. Okay. So this is some of our groups. We have a group starting on February 23rd that will be for any program. We are going to be allowing PIO, 21-day fix, Focus T25, Max 30, whatever program people find that they want to use is going to be allowed. If we end up having all 21-day fixers, we can decide to just do a 30-day group versus a 60-day group. But if we have 60-day group people in that group, then it will run for 60 days and our fixers will do more than one round. On Sunday, I will be making a March calendar so that we know when groups are going to be starting in March after the 23rd group, that 60-day group. That way we know what to invite to, how we can prepare if we have people inquiring in the meantime after the 23rd group ends or after it starts, then we can have something to invite to. Also on February 23rd, I am going to be running a 5-day What is Coaching group. If you guys have anybody that's interested in what you are doing, if they are curious or maybe they want to grow a big business by building a team, maybe they want to just help people in challenge groups, whatever people you find, that is amazing, and I would love for us to each have 1 or 2 people in there. If that's not on your goals for this coming month, that is okay, but I would like if people are at least asking you what's up, to mention this to them. Some recognition, we have a couple coaches with challengers in challenge groups, and that is really, really, really great because I am excited that you guys are starting to get this benefit from people, what can I say, enjoying our product and benefiting from it and loving it, or at least giving you feedback to what their opinion is. I would love to know how everything is going, so please shoot me a message with how your challenge groups are going and if there's anything you need help with. We are going to cover relationships, inviting, and what to do while you're in a challenge group. This is the second time I'm recording this, so I'm probably going to go a little bit faster than I did the first time, but I will still do as much as I can. So building relationships, you want to start with that by growing your network of 2 to 3 people every day per social media site. Yes, I did say per every social media site. Instagram, YouTube, bloggers, Facebook, like page, everything. You want 2 new people, at least 2 new people every day between all of them. You are going to comment and like people's posts and pictures and everything to start building those relationships so that people, for one, start seeing your things, and 2, know that you're a real person and you're not on Facebook just trying to make money. You are also going to be messaging people you haven't seen in a while, or maybe it's a new friend that you've never met before and you're just going to get to know them. Make sure you're relating to all of these people and that you're actually genuine, like you really do want to build a relationship. That's what this business is about. We're here to help people. We're here to make friends. We're here to just be real good people. So make sure you're genuine. Don't be fake. If you don't want to talk to that person, don't talk to that person. But I bet if you do talk to them, you'll find something in common. I guarantee it. Continuing on to that, I already said comment and like on their pictures, relate and be genuine, but they're so important that The more you comment on people's stuff and the more interaction that you are with them, the more real you are going to be and the more trustworthy you're going to be. This can be done in a short amount of time or a long period of time. What I mean by that is maybe you are having a conversation with somebody and it may be the first conversation you've had in years, but it happens to get brought back to Beachbody and what you're doing, and they're super interested. But you've been talking to them for 20 minutes and they want to join you. So that is great. Otherwise, the longer period of time, I would say that you're just building your relationship by commenting and liking their things and just being a real person to them. And then down the road, like a month or two later, you are going to invite them into your challenge group. Now, that doesn't mean that you say, okay, we've been talking long enough. You want to do this or what? You don't necessarily talk about Beachbody anywhere leading up to this. But in your invite, you're going to go, hey, I don't know if you've seen this. Maybe you're not interested, but I just thought I'd let you know I have a few spots open in my next group, and see how that goes there. So that's where that comes in. You're going to make a connection through all of your relationship building, and then you're going to invite. You're not going to invite and then make a connection. I mean, sometimes it happens that way, but you, generally speaking, don't want that. Different ways to invite are through event pages, your posts and statuses on your social media, in personal messaging by reaching out to people, and in person. Example of event pages that work are for coach opportunities and for test groups. I personally don't like them for the coaching opportunity either, because I'm not going to invite a random person. I'm not going to invite my friends list to a coach opportunity. I want to actually work with people that I like and that I know. So these are people that I have already reached out to that I'm going to invite to coaching and maybe to my next 5-day sneak peek or into a coach opportunity call or whatever the case might be. I am going to, like, I found these people. There's a reason I chose them. And then the test groups, those really do work because usually these people on your friends list, they see this stuff. Test group, they know it's something new, it's upcoming, it's they're just interested in what this is. For posting to social media, everybody has different types of posts that work for them, and so you kind of have to play around and see what works. Maybe it works without a picture. Maybe you need a picture. Maybe you need, I don't know, a big long story. A lot of people don't like long stories. Facebook is just something for them to scroll through, not necessarily read books about. They go to blogs for that. So if you like to write big, long out stories that have a invite to them, go to your blog. You have to find your niche. When you are inviting people via social media posts and statuses, you want to make sure that you are talking to who you're looking for. Like, who's your market? Maybe you're running a challenge group for busy moms. So you're going to make sure your post for inviting to that talks about, I want busy moms. I want people who are short on time but want to make time for themselves. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be perfect, but we're going to do it. So that is just an example. Maybe your niche is business people. Like, you work in an office and you want to just get active again. Or maybe you are grandma or something and you know a lot of other grandmas and you want to market to those people. I want to be healthy for my grandkids. I want to be around so that I am not bump on a log when I turn 80 or whatever the case is. You have whoever you are is usually who you want to coach because you know how to help them. So market what you want, market who you already have in your friends list. Just scroll through your friends and be kids? Are they older people? Are they single? Are they married? Do they have kids? Are they no kids? Anything. Figure out who you have in your network and market to them. For newer coaches especially, I tend to think that shorter posts of inviting are the most important, or not the most important, the most effective. These long, drawn-out posts aren't necessarily for people just starting, because you don't have a huge, real following of people that like you, as bad as that sounds. But you don't have a huge following of people that are really interested in reading a big, long story about how now you are in love with Beachbody. They want you to just get to the point, and if something strikes their fancy, they're going to join you. If not, whatever. So short posts, that one I posted in Platinum Victory for the garage sale sites and stuff, that's a really good one most of the time. But if it doesn't work for you, you need to find something else that does. Maybe, and then so with these short posts, you want to have throughout the week, your posts are going to be adding value to that short post that people are going to see leading up to it. So whatever your short post is going to be about, you're going to kind of want to gear all of your posts leading up to that day to be relevant. Be like, hey, you guys have been seeing me, or like you're busy moms, you're going to be posting quick tips. Like, it takes me 5 seconds to make my Shakeology, and that's great because I'm super busy. Or I have all my meals prepped so that I can just grab and go when I wake up late, or whatever the case is. Post that type of stuff so that people see that this can work in different areas of your life. And then they'll want to join you when all of a sudden you invite them. For personal invites, this goes back to your building relationships a little bit. You are going to want to have a relationship built for the most part. I mean, it doesn't always sabotage you if you don't, but it greatly increases your success rate and reduces the amount of people that ignore you. You're going to want to make your invite personal. So even if you haven't necessarily built a relationship, but that you know a lot about this person, you can at least sort of look through their timeline and see if they have kids or if they're married or whatever, and make it personal to them. Like, hey, I seen you're married, or I seen you're getting married. Don't know if you're interested, or how long have you been married? Your kids are adorable. How's life? Or whatever it might be. Don't know if you've seen, but I'm a health and fitness coach. I have a couple spots open in my next fitness challenge group. The group is there to help keep people accountable while they're doing their programs from home. If you have anybody, or if you might be interested, I would love to have you. So something like that. So that group, or that invite that I sort of just spoke about, you want to give enough info so that they know kind of what you're talking about and they can get an idea if they'd be interested. But you don't want to give them a big, long list of details right off the bat, because you're going to overwhelm them. They're going to get confused, and they're going to get maybe annoyed because they don't want to read that big, long message right away. They don't got time for that. They want a shorter message. All right. Once you have somebody interested, you're going to want to go through some type of interview process. You can write up your own type of script for this, or you can kind of just go off however the conversation rolls. This is going to be how you're going to figure out their deep why. So what is the root of why they want to change? Why are they interested? There has to be something in their life that they said, yeah, I'd like to know more. Like, what is that? Maybe they don't feel sexy in front of their husband anymore. Maybe they don't want to wear a bathing suit. Maybe their clothes are all too tight and they don't want to go out and buy new ones. Maybe they are going on a trip. Maybe they're getting married. Maybe they just had a baby. Why are they interested even in the first place? And what are they going to resort back to? Heck, even what are you going to resort back to when they start getting defeated and discouraged? you're going to have your pants fit again, this is how you're going to do it, and you're going to want to do it. This is also how you're going to figure out what program is best for them, and this is what you're going to figure out their goals are. So you have their why, that their pants don't fit, so their goal is going to be that they lose 5 pounds, so that, or they lose a couple inches on their waist so their jeans fit again, or maybe they just want to be healthier in general. You want to figure out a goal. And you do not want to overwhelm them with questions in this process. So you're not going to say, oh, great, you're interested? I'm going to give you a list of 50 questions and you're going to answer all of them, and then we'll talk again. No, that's terrible. You want to give them like 2 to 3 questions in a message back to them that are new questions. They may relate or bounce off of the previous questions that you've asked, just to either clarify, elaborate more on. You want to have a positive reassurance after they answer a question. So I ask, do you struggle with cravings? What type of cravings, if you do? Oh, I struggle with chocolate cravings, because that's my big deal. I will then be like, oh, that is so awesome, because you know what? That Shakeology that I kind of talked to you about, that is going to so help you. It's going to be great. You're just going to love it. Do you think that you would, what's a question I would bounce off? Do you think you would be able to drink a chocolate shake every day and have your cravings be satisfied? Something like that. I don't know. Whatever, you can relate anything to that. You can be like, okay, so Shakeology is going to help with your cravings. How's the rest of your nutrition? Do you struggle with portions? Do you eat all of your meals? Do you, what types of food do you eat at your meals? What's a typical day look like? All of these sort of questions, and I do have examples on the next couple slides as well. So just relate your questions to the previous answers and elaborate more with more questions. Really get to know your people. I use an application to kind of start the interview process. It helps to reduce some of the time. I'm getting their information. I'm getting their email. I'm getting facts, like if they know what Beachbody is, if they have a coach, do they actively work with that coach? Do they already own programs? I have a couple other questions in there that I ask, but I really don't get a whole lot from that, so I do tend to ask a little bit more questions afterwards as well. So here are some examples of questions that I really like. I'll just leave this up here for a second, or actually I will screenshot it and post it in the comments of after I post the link for this. So these are some examples of questions. You can tweak them to each person, tweak them to you, how you would ask this, whatever it is for you. Now you're done interviewing, you have a good idea, you have a program, or at least 1 to 2 programs narrowed down, and it's time for them to decide. It may have happened in the very beginning that they weren't interested and they say, no thanks, I'm not interested. And you're going to be okay with that, and you're not going to push it. You're just going to say, thank you anyway, let me know if you ever change your mind. Or feel free to follow my page if you're ever interested. I do post recipes. Or just leave it open for them, that the door is not completely closed since they said no once. You are going to be here if and when they ever need you. They may have said not right now after you've had a little bit of a conversation and they just decided that this isn't right for them. Or maybe they don't have the money at this moment. Or maybe they're like, I have 4 vacations planned in the next week. I just don't find it a feasible time to be able to commit to something. But I'm still interested, but not right now. This is great. You know why? Because they are now on your follow-up list. I will do a YouTube video about following up this week, and I will post that in our training groups as well as in Platinum Victory for you to see. But follow-up list is great. Maybe you got through a couple questions and they responded and you asked some more and now they stopped responding. People are busy, so give them a couple days, but they are also now on your follow-up list. If they were interested, and I'll talk about all this in my follow-up video, but they are now on your follow-up list, don't count them out. They may have just gotten busy and forgotten to respond. And then the best one that we always hope for is if they say yes, even after hearing the price, which is awesome because they don't have any second thoughts. This is what we're going to go into now. They say yes, now what? So giving them a step-by-step for them to order. You want to be as clear as you possibly can. You don't want to confuse them because then they'll just get frustrated right off the bat and you don't want to do that to them. I will ask them, great. So do you have any interest now that Beachbody is coming out with this on-demand program? They're going to be offering some programs online with this club membership. Not all of them, but some of them. And you can be a part of the club membership if you would like. It's a quarterly payment of $38 something. And then you have access to that all of it forever. Or would you rather just have a free membership and just stick to the program we picked out for you and go from there? And whatever they choose, you're going to send them the direct link from Coaching Codes that I'm also going to kind of talk about in, I'm going to do another video about Coaching Codes and the most popular videos that we do, or the most popular links that I use. The next step is to ask them about how long do they plan on drinking Shakeology. I explained to them that usually people do at least 2 rounds of the 21-day fix, or they are wanting to do it through their entire 60 or 90-day program because it just helps so much. So therefore, you're going to need 2 or 3 months worth of Shakeology anyway. Let me get you a discount. And if they are great with getting a discount, then send them the link for a coaching membership. And if they question that, you can kind of explain it. That's just for the discount. You don't have to coach unless you really want to. You can just literally use it for the discount, no strings attached. And then if they're adamant, they just don't want to sign up for the discount, they don't want to sign up as a coach, send them the direct link to their specific challenge packs. They don't have to search around on your Beachbody coaching website. They don't want to search on teambeachbody.com. They don't want to have to Google and then all of a sudden they're on Amazon. Whatever. You do not want them to have to find it. You are going to give them the direct link. Explaining the sign up for when they sign up as a discount coach. I always just like to do this so that they don't get weirded out because they have already made their free or club account. So I always just tell them when you sign up for the discount, they're just going to ask you for your personal information again on the first page. And then the second page is where you'll be able to pick out your challenge pack and your Shakeology flavor. When everything is done, remind them that there is a $16 monthly membership fee, but they're still saving money because as a regular customer, if they were going to continue with Shakeology, it's roughly $141 after tax and shipping. But if they are a coach, it is $106 after tax and shipping, plus $16. You're still saving around $20 per month on just your Shakeology. If they decide that to order as a regular customer, you want to make sure that they forward their confirmation email to you. This just helps if there's any sort of confusion. Maybe your coach ID didn't get linked to the link that you sent them, and they're now assigned a random person. You're going to want to make sure that you're going to have the information for them to transfer them back. You can tell them that you want them to forward their confirmation so that they can make sure that their order is processed okay. whatever explanation you want to give them for that, you want that confirmation email, I promise you. Now, when we get to the challenge group time, you want to make sure that they know when they're starting, if they want to start or if they want to wait. You're going to send them a welcome to your challenge group email. I do have an example of that in the Platinum Victory files, and that file is under I have a challenger, now what is the name of the file, and I have an example welcome email in there. Make sure to add your name and your challenger's name to the file in Platinum Victory so that we know whose challengers are who in the groups and which coaches we need to add to the group when the group is made. Every challenger gets added to the groups on Sunday evenings. Make sure that the group is actually completely set up before you send any or add people into the group. You don't want to just add people and then have the whole group being edited and they're seeing this whole process, and it just doesn't look very professional. So make sure that you have a cover photo and there's certain documents and files already uploaded, so challengers aren't seeing the setup process. It's just kind of weird for them. Make sure you're introducing your challengers into the group and make sure you tag them in that post. One, it's really nice for everybody in the group to kind of get a small introduction to who all is in the group with them. And then you want to tag them in the post because even though they were notified that they got added to this group, they may not have necessarily paid attention, but now they're going to see that they're tagged in a post in the group, and they're going to be able to see the name of the group and all that stuff. So it just helps. Usually, so we're talking about the daily posts now. Whoever creates the group usually takes preseason week to post. That's just kind of the trend I've been seeing. But that's not always the case either. But you want to make sure that there's a place for people to sign up for weeks in whichever, if we're running a group with Royal Republic, or maybe we're just running it as a Platinum Victory group. We're going to make sure there's a file somewhere for us to sign up for a week to post. When it is your week to post, you want to make sure your daily post is up by 10 a.m. at the latest. You can do them the previous night if you're a late night bird like I am, and then date it for the next day so that they know what it's for. Ideally, you want to post between 6 and 7 a.m. just because people will wake up for work or they do an early workout, and that's when they're checking into the group for the most part, a lot of times. And it's nice for them to see that daily post right away. But it needs to be done by 10 a.m. so that people, if they couldn't see it in the morning, that they can at least see it at lunchtime. Or in the evening, like it's already done for the rest of the day after the morning. So we want to get it up by 10 a.m. During the challenge group, you want to make sure that you are a challenger. You are going to be posting your workout pics. You're going to be talking about your day. You're going to be talking about your meals. You're going to be talking about your struggles and your triumphs. And because at the end of the day, the reason we're here is because we're going on our own journeys too. And we like health and fitness, and we want to keep ourselves accountable too. You're going to add value to the group. You're going to make sure you're posting recipes, a tip, anything that's helped you in the past. All of this stuff makes it really easy for people to stay engaged because they're like, ooh, what new recipe am I going to see? Or what tip are they going to give me today? Now, keep in mind, you don't want to be overwhelming. Don't post 10 recipes a day because a challenger is not going to be able to use all of them. Post, add value, but don't overwhelm. Check in daily to the group and interact with all challengers. So the reason you want to do this is it just shows to your challenger that you are committed to giving great. It comes down to customer service. You want to give great customer service so that they stay with you and they are happy and that they get the best results that they can so they can feel the best that they've ever had. We are here for them. And even if a challenger's in another group or from another coach is struggling and you have the answer to their question, you are going to answer that question because that's what we do, and not everybody has all the answers. So we want to make sure that we are doing as much as we can. You are also going to want to check in individually with your challengers every week to see if they need anything from you. If they're struggling with anything in particular that they just haven't posted it in the group, if they have any questions, are they liking their Shakeology? Anything. You just want to make sure you're checking in to see how they're doing. This gives a good personal one-on-one coaching aspect to your challenger. Maybe your challenger isn't the posting type into the group. I would still make sure that they know that they should still check into the group so they can see everybody else to keep them accountable, so they can see the daily post to see a tip or something to motivate them that day, or maybe an assignment that they can send to you personally versus putting it in the group. Whatever it is, you want to make sure they're still looking into the group. And then you want to, this is a typo in here, you want to check in at least every other day or every third day by like a text, an email, a Facebook message, talk to them in person or on the phone if you see them or whatever, and ask them to keep you updated on how things are going. Did you get your workout done today? How was your meals today? What did you have for dinner? Keep them engaged with you so that they don't fall off. If they are posters usually, and they're usually pretty good about posting every day or at least every other day, and they're off of their normal routine of posting, make sure you check in with them to see what's going on, if they're on top of things, if they fell off the wagon and all of a sudden they need you to motivate them and get their butt back into gear. Pay attention to those things, okay? Praising and giving incentives to your challengers are awesome. It helps keep them motivated, helps keep them around longer. So if a challenger is posting something that they're really excited about or an accomplishment of some sorts, get excited with them. Make it a big deal. Congratulate them. Just get excited for them and be real about it. Like, this is why we're in this business. Our challenges are our world, and we are so excited when things work for them. And our products are great, and we love when people start seeing what they can do for people, So that is just my tidbit on that. A good idea, if you have a group that maybe isn't super active, or even if you do have an active group, just some fun ways to keep people engaged and motivated and all sorts of things is to offer like a weekly or monthly or like a whole group incentive for some sort of participation, or what you can, if you wanted to do this, I can give you some ideas, but this is just something that I know some coaches do and they love doing it, and they find that their groups are so awesome when they do this. So it's just an idea. Make sure that if the group has ended, you send your challenger a thank you or like a parting message. I didn't do this in the beginning, and I really wish I had. But the last post in the group is usually something along the lines of, thank you for being in our group. Let us know what you want to do next. And that's great, but your challengers are going to kind of be confused, or maybe you're going to miss their comment on that post and you didn't see that they wanted to move on, or you didn't see that they wanted to coach now, or whatever. So I will also message all of my people and say, thank you so much for being part of my group. I really appreciate it. I had a lot of fun, and I hope you got a lot from it. Something along that lines, and then I'll ask them, so what do you want to do next? Do you want to go into another challenge group? Do you think coaching might be for you? Do you want to just go off on your own and see how it goes and maybe come back to a challenge group if you need it? Whatever you need, I'm here for you. Let me know. Something along those lines. I always like to make sure I remind people 2 weeks into a group or 2 weeks after they order their challenge pack that their Shakeology is already on Home Direct and that their next shipment will be on the same day that they ordered their challenge pack, which is, so they say they ordered on the 1st of January, they're going to have a shipment on the 1st of February. So I just give them a reminder so they're not surprised when they see that charge hit their account. I do that both when they sign up as a coach and if they signed up as a regular customer, because sometimes people forget that whole part of it in the process of starting a new lifestyle and spending money and ordering something they've never done before. So I always give them that reminder. And that way they have time to cancel it, or if they haven't already signed up for the discount coach, then they can do that at that time as well, and they have time before it's too late. All right, now I'll take some questions. So I'm going to stop sharing. Like I said, this is the second time that I recorded this video, so I am going to stop screen sharing. And I'm going to come back to you guys. So like I said, this is the second time that I recorded this video because the first one didn't want to load. So thank you guys for watching this. Post below if you have any questions. Like I said, I'm going to make a YouTube video about following up, and I'm also going to make a short YouTube video about the coaching codes that I use. I'll do that in the same manner that I'm doing here, and then it'll just be uploaded to YouTube, and you can find it on my channel, and I'll post it into our team pages. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Have a good night. Bye.